Welcome to our video tutorial on finding literary criticism in Gale Literature Criticism Online, also referred to as Gale LCO. There are some super cool search tools that are available in Literature Criticism Online. If you're interested in those, we have tutorial videos for each of those tools posted elsewhere on the research guide. We're going to focus on using the advanced search for this specific assignment. Once you click on Advanced Search, which is, again, if you need to see it again, right beneath the main search interface, then click on that button and you can go to the Advanced Search interface. As the name of the database implies, this is going to be the mother lode of literary criticism pieces for many of you. This focuses primarily on more recent or what might be considered contemporary literature from the last 100 to 125 years. The advanced search defaults to a keyword search, but we recommend that you start with name of work. This will get you more strategic results. You could also use the search by about the person, by or about the author, but again, we recommend you begin with the name of the work. We're going to type in the name of our work, and just like we saw in the other Gale databases, if there are alternate versions or versions in other formats, it'll prompt you to choose the specific or correct version that you're looking for. And then we're going to hit search. You can view the results in a couple of ways. You could scroll down and it will always begin with the results for the literary criticism, since that's kind of the bread and butter for this database. However, you can look on the left and see the different content types. So again, literature criticism is at the top. There's quite a bit for this work. There are some biographies, which might be useful, reading about the author and learning about their writing style, themes, and that sort of thing that's common to their work. We also have some topic and work overviews and then some reviews of the work. Again, we recommend you focus on literature criticism. You can begin browsing and seeing what is available. And when you see something that you like, then simply click on the link to further explore that work. It may take just a moment to load because this is loading high-resolution scans of the actual print edition of the book. At this time, Gale LCO has not acquired the rights to convert these scans into HTML text. However, we do have tools for working with the scans of these print books. Let's first focus on how you can work with this tiny text that you see as a PDF file. We have a zoom tool that's built in, so you can either use the plus sign to make adjustments to what size you want, or you can use the pre-selected options that are available. So if you want to be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, then you can do that. As you zoom, if you lose the slider, simply look for your slider either on the far right side of your screen. You'll also notice there is a slider here, and it's really easy to miss if you don't know that it's there. The other feature that's helpful is, I'm going to zoom back out for just a moment, is that wherever your work is mentioned, you will see that text highlighted in blue. So to see that text, again, we have a slider at the bottom that can help us, again, focus in on that section. And again, just keep zooming as needed and using the slider. You can also flip page numbers using the arrows. And again, it may take just a minute to load depending on the time of day because these are pretty large files that have been scanned in at a high resolution. So this highlighting tool helps you to see what sections of that entry for Alice Walker are talking specifically about, in this case, the color purple. So that's super helpful. These highlighting and zoom features are nice, not only because it helps you to work with the text online, but obviously those are features that are not available with the print edition. And it's much easier to search and navigate these collections of contemporary literary criticism using this database as opposed to trying to actually browse through the print editions. We also have that same awesome little toolbox over here. It is located in the same right-hand side of the screen, although it's horizontal instead of vertical in this Gale database. We have the ability to capture the bookmark or again the true URL, and again you can copy it or email it to yourself. We're not going to worry about the folder feature. It's not applicable for us in this environment. You also have the ability to send that to your EasyBib account. And again, this looks just like what we saw in our other Gale databases. Just look for the word export, select EasyBib, and then you will see that entry pop up. And here it is. And you'll notice as I add sources, those are being automatically alphabetized for my list. So that's super awesome and very helpful. You can close that box. Notice we have a printer-friendly tool if you want to print it. We have an email tool, and there is a download tool. However, this is limited. We have different versions of PDFs. So do you want just the PDF of the current page? Do you want the current section, errant narrative, and the color purple essay? Or do you want like the entire entry that's talking about different aspects of the color purple? If you save this to Google Drive, you will not get the entire article. And let me just show you what you will get. Again, it's going to look just like it did in our other Gale databases. You will need to go back out to your Drive, and again, a folder will be created that says Literature Criticism Online. And when I open it, and sadly, I do not get the HTML text because Gale is still working on the rights to do that. However, you do get some basic publication information and the bookmark. That's probably not super helpful for us for this assignment, but I wanted to show you what that looks like just in case you decide to use it. If you grab the PDF of the article, and let's go back to that download tool, and let's say I want just this current section, then I recommend that you go ahead and open that in Adobe. And then you can see this looks just like the way it does on the screen and in the original print book. Then you can work with that file and save it and give it a more meaningful file name than the letters that it defaults to. When you're done looking at that particular article, you can use the back arrow over here, or if you want to continue to browse the article in full screen, then you can do that too. Otherwise, you can hit that back arrow to continue browsing the results that are available for that particular search that you executed. If you need assistance, please let me, Ms. Hamilton, know. And that is our quick overview of Gale Literature Criticism Online.